All right, so I've been meaning to do this for about, I don't know, 2 months, it seems like, but I've been super busy. I got this 3D printer. In my videos, I purchased this Prusa. It's a MK4S 3D printer. I purchased this a couple months back, and I kind of did a quick little video of me putting it together, and I didn't really do much reviews on it. But here I am a couple months later, and I can finally kind of talk about what I've been working on, and I've got my patent stuff taken care of so I can actually put this stuff on the internet and not be worried about it. So that's what I want to do in this video, is kind of introduce you guys to what I've been doing and this project and where it's at. And then this month's going to be an exciting month. I'll try to shoot a lot of videos. We're going to go do some trade shows, try to sell this product, go through that process. That's a new process for me. I've never sold an actual product that we're going to have to manufacture. But yeah, so things are getting done though. I mean, we have boards being made, cases are being made, electronics are all coming together, software is definitely coming together. And so I think we have a really, really good product that we're going to offer this year. So I'll kind of show you that. But what I really want to focus on this video is, because I got to tell you, I'm impressed. If you watch my last stuff, I haven't done 3D printing in several years, like probably 10 years. And this stuff has come a long way. So I'll kind of show you. So here's our product. These are some final boxes. These are all 3D printed. The logos are inlaid. There's a couple different pieces, with bolts, and they snap on. We've done them in a couple different colors, so I've tried out some different colors. So here's an example of one in white with black inlay. This piece here is all cut out of 3D printer. And so that's the kind of stuff, this up here is 3D printed. This is a little piece we need. So let me show you this piece here. This is one that's really impressive. You can see it's basically holding this pole. So the precision is unbelievable, and it's super sturdy. That was printed with like a dovetail, so this will slide out. It's bolted in right now, or it's secured in, so I don't need to do that. But the precision on this stuff is just mind-blowing to me, how nice it is, and the quality of print. I mean, it's just super clean. You can put the logo in there. You can see the company name is Trigonon. That's the device name. This is a device to measure swimming pool covers and liners. And so what this does in the swimming pool market is you have to go out and measure. If you want a new cover or a new liner, you have to measure it. And the traditional way right now is being done by tape measures. And people have done electronic tape measures, which is what this has in it. You can see up the front there's an electronic tape measure. This has that, but what makes this device special is that it has a computer inside of it, an IoT board. And so that board is cellular based and connects to the internet as soon as you turn it on. And then that's connected to our servers. And so as you're using the product, as you're going around measuring and doing different things, it's sticking all that data right into our software for you. And whereas the traditional way you would write that down, or you would manually type it into some app, nobody had it like set up to where it's automatically going in. And so that's what we're doing. Again, we're using like a laser tape measure to do it. There's some other products that use LiDAR, but they're just a little bit more expensive, a little bit more overcomplicated, in my opinion. So we're trying to just solve a simple problem for the masses, make it easy for everybody. And I think we've nailed that. So again, let me turn this. I don't have a ton of in this prototyping process. By the way, this is like version 7 of what we've done. We've been through 7 different iterations to try to figure this out, and we're kind of finally settled on it. Here are some old stuff that we did, and the quality, I love the fact that the quality, I mean, that's a push bearing into the plastic. That will not come out of there unless you beat it out. I mean, it is in there. You can put it onto like this one here. This is some early stuff. You can use bolts. So I bolted it onto steel. This has got a rod through it, so it's got a bearing in it. This is a carbon fiber tube that's pressed in there. I mean, all of this, there's no glue in any of this. This is all just press fit and put together, and it just, gosh, it looks good. And now this is not a version we're using. This is old parts, as we were prototyping and doing different things. But just, something I could show you, and just the durability. I mean, I can't get over how strong and how, that plastic is. I mean, you can really, really torture it, and it holds up really, really well. Almost as well as, I mean, this is not 3D printed. This is something that's just injection molded. And I would say it's on par with this kind of stuff. Obviously they can press in inserts. You can press in inserts. I don't know if I have one here. Let me see if I mean, there's an insert in that. Not a great one. There's a better one. So you can push in heat inserts so that you can put screws in or hook them to tripods and whatnot. So, and the material just is not that expensive. Like a box like that just doesn't cost you that much material. It takes a little while to print it. That's probably about a total of 8 hours to print this in 2 or 3 different prints, but it doesn't cost that much material. I mean, you can get a spool of this stuff for like $10 or $15 or something on Amazon. And so I'm using PLA right now on everything. So I'm not buying expensive. I mean, there's the brand Overture PLA. I just got it on Amazon. I've been trying to stay with the same brand because I switched brands, and then I felt like it was getting weird where I had to change a setting. I think this was the stuff, because this was like a clear PLA I bought. I don't remember if this was it or not, but I've been trying to stay more consistent with the same brand or the same specs on the material, just so I don't have any issues. I've only had one, basically what I would call like a blow up, where I, set this thing overnight. And the problem I had with it, so this is the smooth plate, which is what I've been using. I've had better luck with this, and I haven't had time to play with the one that's not smooth, which is, it's just got a texture to it. It's a textured plate. And it doesn't, either I got to change the settings, it just doesn't stick as well. And so I had a print fail, and I just haven't had time to mess with it. I've had good prints come off of it too, so don't get me wrong. I have had it work. But I had a really big print, and I went to bed, and it failed. And then when I woke up, it was just a mess of dried up plastic all over the nozzle. And, it took me a while I think I even ruined a heat nozzle, getting it apart and getting all the plastic off of it. But, I mean, a new head was like $50 or something. It wasn't a big deal. And it was easy to fix. But other than that, this thing has been bulletproof. I mean, again, I haven't printed thousands and thousands of things, but for 2 straight months, this thing has been printing every single day. I mean, we have done a ton of prototyping and a ton of printing on it. And it was big and small. I haven't done anything really, really big, but I mean, that box is pretty decent size. I can only get one of them on this print area. So yeah. So that's my little update. We are going to the Mid-America Pool Show on Tuesday of this week, and the show starts on Wednesday. So I'm going to shoot some video of that show, kind of us doing the product, seeing how people's reaction are to the product, and kind of talk more about the 3D printing aspect of it, see what people think. And I mean, I love it. It's amazing to me. Definitely, if you're starting out and you need to do some kind of prototyping for a business, or even just like a hobby, I definitely could create parts for this thing if I needed to, for around the house or different projects. If I needed a part, you could definitely do it. And the online software to create the stuff, if you're not familiar with it, I feel like I taught myself the basics in the first week. And now as I continue to do more and more and more, I'm learning new techniques and learning, every time I have a problem I need to solve, I just go do some research, and then you can figure out how to draw it. So it's not drawing anything super complicated, obviously, but you can find all that information and figure it out pretty easily. That part was not difficult. I like computers, but that part was not hard. So, all right. Well, this is going to be a short one. I just wanted to kind of update everybody, the first rendition of this product. Again, we're going to the show, so hopefully we have good luck and people are excited about it as we are. And so, yeah, the next time I release a video, we'll be setting up the booth. So we will see you then. Again, my name's Doug. Remember, never stop moving. I'll see you guys in a couple days.